And good evening from Quincy High Gymnasium. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball versus the Macomb Bombers non-conference tonight from the girls' side. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman as we get ready for a fun-packed week. We had one last night as the boys, that's the Blue Devil boys, beat the Silver Streaks. Tonight it's the girls against the Bombers. Tomorrow night they will host the Silver Streaks as well in a great matchup there. And then we got a Friday, Saturday full of basketball. Devils come in 4-2, 2-1 in the conference. They are averaging 56.7 points a game, giving up 32.5. And on the other side, the Macomb Bombers come in 7-2 right now. They've only lost to Alleman and Central Southeastern, two very good ball teams. They average 47.7, and of course they give up 31.9. The other day, the Devils had that tough loss in the last seconds against Sterling, losing 48-46 to fall to that 4-2 and 2-1. And alongside again tonight, as coach is still in the infirmary, that's Coach Pettit, and it's Coach Longo there, and should be another good one. This should be a couple good nights in a row of Quincy High girls basketball.
You know, I'm retired. I feel like this is becoming a full-time job right now, but I enjoy it. No, last night was very fun. The boys really played good. The girls have some momentum going, and hopefully they carry it over. And like you said, they got a tough three-game stretch. Macomb tonight, Galesburg tomorrow night, and then Saturday on the road, did you say?
Alleman Catholic.
Yeah, so it's an important stretch for Coach Bonas and his group of coaches and players.
And we'll get a chance to talk about those games coming up. We'll hear from Coach and the coach's comments after we take a break. It's the Quincy High Blue Devils and the Macomb Bombers from the girls' side right here on...
For many, your home and auto are two of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiberg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Game show brought to you by the Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai Faith, Family, and Giving Back. Coach's comments, and of course our coach Brad Danson. Tough game last week. You know, you go back and look at that ball game, and it was just little things. We almost got the last second shot, but you mentioned free throws too. You hit a couple extra free throws here or there. That was just unlikely for the Devils to shoot like that.
Yeah, we had two good looks in the last possession, so we got the looks we wanted. Obviously they didn't go, but like I said, it did come down to, I think, a lot of us missing free throws, and we had a lot of empty offensive opportunities that you just can't leave points on the board against good teams, and, you know, that's what happened, and, you know, something we've got to build on, and hopefully tonight it's a little bit better.
Well, we were guarding the threes, too. They got a few early in the game and that, so those are good early season lessons out there. Now you got a busy week. All right, you got Macomb, who's very good at 7-2. Then we got conference games. Galesburg coming in here undefeated on the conference. And then, of course, on Saturday, it's Alleman Catholic up there. That's a pretty good 1-2-3, but you got to work on tonight first.
Yeah, we got to take care of this one first. You know, this is a good non-conference test for us. They'll get out and guard you a little bit. They're not overly big, but they do have some good guards that, you know, they like to shoot the three. So it's one of those things we're going to have to play well, and, you know, we're going to have to defend better than we did last week. I think if we can play it with the intensity and the speed that we played Saturday, I think we'll have a good shot.
Looking at illnesses right now, it's still not in the cold and flu season. It's kind of there, or injuries. Everybody still okay?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing good. So we've got everybody that's able to play tonight, so we'll be ready to go and give it a good battle.
Do we do an Emma Bunch update again 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, well, she's got a couple weeks. She's a couple more weeks, so she's not overly happy about that. But we've talked about it, and it's one of those things that, you know, she'll keep battling and keep getting better, and she does a great job for us on the sideline.
I was just about to say, keep cheering on the sideline. That'll be great. Hey, we'll talk to you after the ballgame. Good luck.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And that's Brad Dance and his coach's comments, and they're brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. When we come back, non-conference action is the Quincy High Blue Devils taking on the Bombers out of Macomb right here on MegaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And the band begins to play and continues to play here. You heard from Coach there and the coach's comments there. And he does have 3 games, but he can only worry about one at a time, and that's Macomb. Even though it's non-conference, you got to take care of this one first.
And it's the honest to God truth. You got to worry about the moment that you're in. I mean, I use that philosophy with players. You can't worry about where you want to be. You got to worry about where you're at. If you take care of where you're at, it'll take care of where you want to be. So if they take care of tonight, they'll be ready for tomorrow night. If they take care of tomorrow night, they'll be ready for Saturday. So there's a lot of little things that coaches look at and always hear about, and it's not like we invent the wheel. We just continue to make it turn.
That sounded like my dad back in the day. He said, no matter where you go, there you are.
Yeah.
And so, and it is important because this is non-conference. We're looking at those conference games, and they're big-time games, too, because you talk about Galesburg coming in here tomorrow night. Galesburg is undefeated in the conference. They're leading. There are 4 teams tied at 2-1. That'd be in Quincy, Sterling, Alleman Catholic, and Rocky. Then we turn around and play one of those tied teams on Saturday. So that's back-to-back. And if you're thinking about that, the Bombers are going to sneak up on you.
Yeah, and that's what do they call that? It's like the there's a terminology. The catch game.
The gotcha game kind of.
The gotcha game. This is it. You got to worry about Macomb. Nothing else should be on your mind except Macomb.
And with that, we'll give a shout-out to Steve Horrell up there, Skitch. Yeah, the old athletic director up there, and, of course...
and doing a fabulous job from what I read. I mean, he's very good about posting things about every event. I don't care if it's the cheerleading team, the 7th and 8th grade team. He is always posting about his school's activities and complimenting every coach and every kid. So, yeah, he's a good dude.
He does indeed. Of course, Justice Keene was the play-by-play guy for years. As an 8th grader all the way through high school, he is now at Spoon River and can still do the Macomb games. So it's pretty classic. This kid has grown up right behind the mic. And, of course, and Steve's just been a good guy. And spent a lot of time down here, especially summertime playing softball back in the day.
Oh, I played a lot of softball, too. A lot of softball.
Well, as we look at this one, getting ready for tonight, Macomb, they're doing some scoring. Their last game, Bushnell Prairie City, 61-9. Bushnell is down. So you look at the 2 scores. Alleman, they lost to them by 8. And they lost to Central Southeastern by 16. Not too shabby because Coach Long does a heck of a job up there. And we talk about Alleman, and we'll see them on Saturday.
You're talking about Matt Long.
Indeed.
Don't put an O at the end of that.
There you go. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups, of course, brought to you by Blessing Health and Blessing Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. We have you covered from head to toe.
If you're a business owner, a lot of things keep you awake at night. Your insurance shouldn't be one of them. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. Call Freiburg Insurance in Quincy for a quick insurance review. They'll make sure your business coverage is up to date and thorough. Freiburg Insurance will work with you to put together a policy that fits your business and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And that was the national anthem as we had the Quincy High Band performing down there.
They played it just like they did last night.
Oh, they do such a good job out there, and it's so nice. It really is. I tell you, we've talked about it before, but having the same thing the guys have and the opportunity to have the band and everything. And I'm still looking for somebody to come out as the female Devil.
Never know.
You know, or at least have the Devil come over, Titus Petty, and join us some night.
That would be nice.
Here's our starting lineup. First for the Bombers, coming in 7-2 on the season. They are coached by Jackson Kane. They'll start number 1, Kylie Robinson. She's a senior. Number 4, Jordan Hines, a junior. Catherine Storzum is a senior. Drew Creasy is a senior. And then rounding out the starting lineup, number 32, Madeline McClure, and she's a senior as well. So look at that lineup there. We've got 4 seniors and a junior, so an experienced squad here for the Bombers.
Yeah, experience can take you a long way. I mean, I've watched that college basketball, and you see all these one-and-done players come in, but you get those veteran players that have been there 3 or 4 years. It's hard not to bet for them. And hopefully, our youth will come through tonight against the experience of what they have.
And we don't have the height we had the other day of Sterling. Sterling had the big girl inside, but then around the outside, they had girls who could shoot. And we didn't catch up till late in that one. And it came down to the last three-pointer, which was so close to being a victory. You'd like to got that one here, but that's okay. We'll turn around and get it up there. And, you know, the Devils last year, speaking of Galesburg came down here and put the thumping on them by like 14 or so. And then the Devils went back up there later in the season and gave it back to them. I mean, it was a heck of a job. Here we go with the starting line for the Blue Devils. Of course, first of all, the Bombers are in black and orange. Got that look of Halloween always I like there. Here's the Blue Devils in their home white, trimmed in blue. Chloe Nicholson, the 6'1 freshman. Madeline Hamby, she's a junior. She wears number 23. Jada Brown, number 21, 5'11 sophomore, averaging about 20 points a game on the season. Miley Longcore, ML the second. She wears number 14, sophomore as well. I believe she's averaging. Longcore's averaging about 11.8, and Hamby's averaging 8.3 to follow that 20.2. And then rounding up the starting lineup, Kate Medemeyer, the senior, and she's 5'7", wears number 12. And of course, they are coached by Brad Dance, assisted by Brad Bergman, Katie Klopper, and Cheyenne Grissom. Thank you there for blessing health and blessing orthopedics and sports medicine. I am a definite big fan there, and 2 brand new knees, and I'm getting after it, so watch out.
There you go. You're good as new. You're like the Tin Man.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm a $6 million man. It probably, thank God it didn't cost that much. Here we are. Devils going to work right to left. Jada Brown wins the tip. Longcore gets it tipped out of bounds in the far corner, so it will be Blue Devil basketball.
Underneath their own basket.
Jeff Wellman, Matt Longo, Jakai Kesselman on the video tonight. In the right corner, Longcore passes it up, back to the top of the key. 2-3 coming right now, and they're really kind of, or is it? They're really
looks like a box and one.
Yeah, it did look like that.
Right there it did, didn't it?
Jada left, though. Longcore from outside. Yeah. Good for 3. Miley opens up the game with a 3, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road.
Hit a couple of those early. It's going to really open up that inside.
And I did see that, Coach, when they came out there with her, they followed Jada up to the post, started to follow her outside, but it's once she gets out too far, get back into our zone.
They drop back into a 2-3.
Devils in that 1-2-2 from the right left side, no good. Weak side rebound, and then taking it to the other side, but having it blocked. Medemeyer and Brown were there. Longcore across the timeline, throws in traffic. She had Hamby and Brown, but stepping up in between was Jordan Hines. Takes the 15-footer, good.
If that left-handed, I couldn't tell. It almost looked like a set shot right there.
And I'm not sure, did I call Jordan out as a starter there? I thought, I don't remember calling Jordan Hines, but she has the first basket of the game for Macomb in the half-court set for the Devils. Down in the right corner, Madeline Hamby. Hamby goes down to the short corner. Medemeyer tried to go into Brown. Brown had it tipped away.
Yeah, last 2 passes we've sort of forced into the middle, and then Macomb's got a hand on a nice 3-point shot off the rim for the Bombers, and Brown with the rebound for the Blue Devils.
Good job by Jada inside there with rebound. Yeah, I had Jordan Hines. I did announce her in that. Long court, left side for 3, no good. Rebound after it rattles around. Macomb comes down with it. Right side 3, good.
This little Kylie Robinson, she gets after it at the point. Watch her. She's the one that just hit the 3-pointer, but she just creates a little bit of havoc up there to make you, instead of just walking the ball up, they make them earn it coming up.
5 straight points by her, and it's a lead. Pass inside to Jada Brown, little force there again.
Yeah.
She was being doubled, almost triple teamed on that one. Bombers in the half court set to our right. Robinson goes into the high post, kicks over to the left side, open for the 3, no good. And it goes out of bounds in the corner. Miley lets it go out. Will be Blue Devil basketball. 5:41 left first quarter action. 5-3 Macomb with the lead.
Let's see what Coach Dance does here as far as us. Our last 3 passes have been forced passes. Maybe swing it around a little bit more on the outside to try to get a little more movement from the defense.
There it was, inside out. It went from the high post. Down on the weak side is Kate Medemeyer. She has a great offensive board. Hamby gets another look at it and misses, and a long rebound comes out. Bombers are off and running, and that was Creasy put it in second gear. In third gear is
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent.
Bombers. Half court set. In the high post is Jada Brown. Left corner Hamby, she sets up, high arching shot, good.
Nice.
Madeline Hamby hits from outside, and if she can start hitting it out too, that's 2 threes for the Devils, down 7-6.
And that's what's going to open up that inside a little bit more, where we forced those 3 passes and the Bombers knocked it away. So our 6 points are 2 3-pointers by
Woodman.
Loncourt, right?
Woodmart Building Center. Actually, Loncourt had 1, Hamby had the other.
Hamby had the other.
Each sharing it out there. Shot no good. Weak side Loncourt gets the rebound for the Devils. Devils fill the lanes. Long pass, but it wasn't high enough. Stepping up with the steals, Creasy. And Creasy's going to be the first to go to the line tonight. Loncourt's going to commit the first foul of the ball game.
She's upset with herself. She knows she made a bad pass, and then you turned around and compound that with a
foul.
I guess a silly foul would be a good way to say it. But, I mean, you just got to learn from those. And Coach Dance let her know, just relax a little bit. Four passes have been forced into turnovers.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And they're line drives, too. They're forcing it into stuff where normally the Devils will work that around the perimeter, get to the high, and then go for a high-low pass or the short corner.
That's how we got the 2 buckets, was moving the ball like that.
Second one, no good. Last touch by the Bombers. Devils will get it back. 4:30 left in the first. 8-6 Bombers with the lead.
Yeah, and again, Robinson up there just slowing some things down. She's just very active.
Across the timeline, right side. Hamby for 3, no good. Weak side, pulling that rebound down was Creasy. Creasy and Robinson are doing a lot of activity out there between the 2 guards.
Yeah.
1 and 10, by the way.
They look like twins, too.
Just that 1-0 on the back of that number.
They both got the ponytail and the dark hair.
Robinson
Kick.
has it kicked out of bounds. Actually, I was just to the left of me. The girls getting the ponytails on that. One girl was fixing everybody's hair, and I asked if she could do mine, and she said yes, and then she looked. I told her I'll wait for about 6 months, and when I get it, I'll come over and she can check it out.
It'll take you longer than 6 months to grow that out.
That's right, because I'll cut it about every 4th day. Bombers with the basketball in the half-court set. Coming around the screen, shot no good. Good look, though, by Robinson. Inside with a rebound, and the putback no good by Hines. Devils got to get those rebounds. I saw Chloe beforehand. Here's the pass. Brown kicks it back out. Byquist is in the game. Cameron shot for 3, no good. And out of bounds. Medemeyer is out, by the way. And I said something to Chloe before the game. I said, you can't build strength, obviously, in the season that fast. But you can use 2 hands to rebound.
Yeah.
And if you'll bring them down.
Little tipper.
Yep, and then watch the guards, because if you don't watch them, they're right there at your waist. Bombers left side. Oh, and a 3 fired from the left side. And that's Creasy. And that's 11-6. The Devils need a timeout, down with 3:29 left in the first. It's Blue Devil basketball on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Slightly ahead of the action because we see it live, and even without our adjusting of the milliseconds, by the time the camera sees it, we see it on the thing here, and by the time it takes a second or so for it to process. So, like we said, just slow down the action here.
Modern technology.
Loncourt, left side, 3.
Nice.
Rattles, banks off the backboard, goes back in. Longcore has her second, and it's Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. Devils down by 2.
I was looking for Mr. and Mrs. Longcore. I don't see him here tonight. Do you?
We'll do a double check and a scan there later because, she might be practicing in a gym right now working on her half-court shot since she's last week came out. She's pretty competitive. Off the left side, Robinson. Devils standing at 1-2-2 with Byquist at the top. In the right corner, no good. Weak side rebound. Robinson just was there. The ball went over everybody's head. Resetting the offense. Hines flashes up to the high post. Byquist really fouled her. No call there. Rebound comes away to Nicholson. Chloe across the timeline. Left side. Shot for 3. No good off the iron.
I like what Nicholson, Chloe did right there. I think her bringing the ball up court, they're so focused on her because of her reputation, and that's going to open up that outside, and that's what happened. We just didn't get the shot.
Bombers try to drive, hit the floor, but Hines tracks the ball down, so it will be the Bombers basketball with 2 minutes left in the first.
They're good at going after the ball. Macomb.
Oh, they're very aggressive.
Very aggressive with the ball, going toward the ball. Rebounds and loose balls.
I like Byquist in that 1-2-2. When she sinks down, she's really on that high post. Drop down on the block. Oh, nice job by Nicholson. She blocks the shot. That was McClure inside for the Bombers. Devils in transition. And that was a good tip by the Bombers, but it came in, gave Brown time to set up for the shot, and then she missed it. 11-9, Bombers with the lead. And the basketball. Right side, Creasy. Goes down into the right corner. That's Robinson. They look inside. It's high-low on that side. McClure was in the high post. Low was Hines. Now they do a little flip-flop change there on a flash-up. Approaching 1 minute.
Yeah, Robinson's running that baseline.
Offense got a little slow there. Hines works around, works the dribble, hits the bucket.
If I could take those steps, I'd still be playing at 65.
Devils in transition. It went to Hamby on the right side. Line drive in, partially tipped by the Bombers. And then when Jada went to grab it, she lost the handle out. So with 55.3 left in the first, Bombers basketball with a 13-9 lead.
Say about 5 passes that we haven't really connected on that Macomb's either got a hand on or we just didn't get it to him.
Yeah, little, and I won't say sloppy. It's almost like you're running the drill in practice with no defense, and you're passing the ball. And I hate that when people, get lazy in practice to do that, because when players get there, they try to change the way they're doing stuff.
That Robinson can shoot if she gets another 3. She's got 2 or 3.
She's got 2. She just hit it off the left side there. 16-9. Short corner, Medemeyer skips it over to the right side. Byquist in the right corner. Nicholson out. Down to 27 seconds in the first quarter. Hamby took a look and zips it over. Ryan Brown is a magnet for the basketball. Last week he was right there too, and he took a shot. This one was a little towards his wife.
This has not been our best quarter.
No, and only being down 16-9.
Right.
20 seconds left in it. Macomb has the basketball. Right side, Robinson rolls it out, but Hines is in there for the offensive rebound.
And another offensive rebound.
Yes. Working hard inside is Miss Hines. And Medemeyer is going to be calling for the foul, so that'll be Kate's first, Devils second. 8.1 left in the quarter, and Hines to the line to shoot 2. She's got 4 points in the contest.
Block out.
And she's finding the right spot, too.
Yeah. Especially after you see that first shot, you got to make sure you make contact, find that person, get them on your hip, and get your hands up in the air and grab that rebound.
Byquist out, Longcore back in. So Longcore, Hamby, Nicholson, Medemeyer, and Brown. Last 8.1 seconds. 0 for 2. Brown gets the rebound.
Yes, we did well.
Nicholson down the left side, loses the handle. And Hamby was there too. Last touch by the Devils, another unforced. 1.9 left in the first quarter. Byquist's going to put a little pressure. She came back in the backcourt. And underhand Rick Barry type shot from half court. Really the only way she could have got it off with the buzzer.
I agree.
And it was kind of a cute shot there. That was a shot by Kathleen Shortstrom. And we played 1 quarter here at Quincy High. It's the Macomb Bombers 16 and the Quincy High Blue Devils 9. We're back with more Blue Devil basketball on Mecca Sports Co. QHS.com.
For many, your home and auto are two of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Back to Blue Devil Gymnasium after one quarter. Devils are down 16-9 in this one, giving up 3 threes. On the other side, we've got 3 as well. So the game is basically outside the 3 trays on both sides. They've got 3 twos
and I would say
and a free throw.
That's probably their strengths are their outside shooting and their offensive rebounding. From what I've seen so far in this first quarter, we'll see if that holds true for the whole game. But at least that's the image I got. As the Blue Devils come out man to man.
Indeed, I think that's the way to match them up a little bit better here. You can just keep the eye on them guards. Kate Medemar's going to have to get on Hines. In the man-to-man, it is Byquist, Loncourt, Medemeyer, Brown, and Nicholson on the perimeter. Inside the big girl, McClure spins off of the high post after setting screens. Coming around, shot no good. Robinson misses this one. Nicholson with a nice two-hand rebound on that. Skips from the right side. I tell you, I thought it was coming over the left of Byquist. Brown, it didn't get all the way across, and Brown tried to grab it, lost the handle. Loncourt gets a steal in the half-court set. Actually brings it down to the half-court set now. High post, Medemeyer. Right side, Loncourt.
So
good from 3.
All of our points are three-pointers, aren't they?
Indeed, and Loncourt hits that one off the right side. That's Woodmart Building Center, woodmartbuildingcenter.com. And there's a travel out high. Bob Baucom, John Shield, and darn it, the guy that looks like Tom Lawless. So how about that for the third one?
There you go.
I'll get it for halftime as well.
I'd like to find out where this little Robinson girl's going. She's going to be a nice little college player. Good little point guard, I think.
Byquist left side. Ball works around the perimeter. You got Brown and Medemeyer inside. Robinson almost takes it away, and takes it away long enough that Loncourt then fouls.
It's her second, isn't it?
Yes, Miley has 2.
Yeah.
First for the Devils in the second quarter. So she's got to come out. That puts Hamby in. And so that picks up, Byquist is going to pick it up a little bit. 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it here for 6:39 left in the first half. 16-12, and boy, they're lighting up the threes. And of course, Kevin Vandemet loves that because we'll be talking about him out there at Woodmart. And get out there for your lumber. I'll tell you what's really nice about Woodmart is, they have lumber, they have parts and all the kind of stuff, but he does the custom kitchen. And Kevin is a great designer, and he'll build and basically works with a lot of contractors and builders, and he'll really draw it out and really fantastic job out there.
Let you know exactly what you get.
What's it? Oh yes.
Yeah.
And it is, and it isn't one of those cookie cutter type things.
Right.
I mean, everything is fitting, custom wise.
They donated all the lumber for our shed, for our soccer shed, years and years ago, and we still use that shed.
Fantastic. Of course, married Brenda, and that was how you got in the business. And very big in the pom-pom squad, as he's been wearing his shirt out. Usually catch him at the end of the Blue Devil game, one of the last guys coming down the steps to make sure we give a shout out. Here the Bombers are with the basketball. Robinson drives down the lane. Good drive. Medemeyer gets the rebound, though. Robinson also there. One hand is up for the jump ball.
That'll be Blue Devil ball.
I was watching the guy out here. He just gave the dead ball sign since down low Shield had the call. 6:27 left first half action. Halftime, we'll get down to breaking some more of the action up around here. Talk about the Blue Devils a little bit. Nicholson, right side. Chloe Nicholson drills from 3. Nice shot for Nicholson. Love to see her pull up on that. And another time for Woodmart Building Center. 12th and Seminary Road. Devils within 1, 16-15. 6 minutes left, first half action. Back in that 1-2-2. It goes in the high post. McClure double team. Medemeyer did a great job.
Oh, I thought that went off of Macomb.
And Medemeyer did a good job of staying between McClure and the basket. Nicholson slid down to use those long arms to slap it away. Yeah, the Devils have 5 trays, 3 on the other side for Macomb. 8 threes in the ball game. That gives you only 7 points scored outside of threes. Hines to the top of the key, looking for somebody. Brown sitting back there waiting for her. Ball will come right side. Robinson starts the drive. I thought Byquist bodied up early and didn't get called, and then she got her body straight up and down and used her feet a little bit faster to hide that foul.
And played it well, and did it well. Like you said, she hit it well.
5:40. Macomb underneath their own basket. Tried to go inside to Hines. We'll have a restart. We talked about restart. Talked about basketball the other day when you weren't with us, and it was talking about plays and different strategies, and I mentioned Coach Longo and the restarts in soccer. Inside Hines. Gets the ball up, airballs it, and then tracks it down. Obviously, if it's a shot, I guess it's not called traveling if you track your own shot down.
I love restarts. I mean, it's like a free throw in basketball. It's like a extra point or a field goal. You've got to practice them, and you've got to use them at the right time in a game.
Devils with the basketball, down 1. Left side, Hamby.
Nope.
Her shot's no good. I didn't see it hit anything up there, but obviously it must have hit the...
I don't see any wires moving, so maybe it hit the clock.
I think it must have, because I'm looking for the... You know, that's how you can watch. You just watch them wires move. Macomb has the basketball and the lead by 1 on this Wednesday night. Double checking what night it is, as we'll throw out 6 games in 5 days at you. Good drive by Robinson down the lane. Misses the shot. Nicholson with a strong rebound. Chloe in half-court set. Skips it right side. Hamby, just that little shuffle there before you put it down.
And sometimes the referees, one referee will let that go, and another referee will call it. There's just no consistency sometimes with that. But she definitely caught that and took the hop before she put the ball down.
She sees that over there. I think it's you got that shot. You get a little anxious there to get after it. Byquist out on the point, man-to-man. Oh, good job by Robinson. Came around the screen, had a good-looking shot, but airballed it. And then save, and the Bombers get it. I don't know how we got it inside. The Bombers got that ball inside. Left side, no good. Air ball. Good hustle again. This time, though, the save inside comes back to the Blue Devils. Good dribbling down court. Elephants had just checked in the game. Mia comes from the right side. Watched her in the JV game. She had a heck of a game, and she was working on another speed altogether, being her varsity time. And Mia will go to the line to shoot 2.
I like the Nicholson girl bringing it up. I think it's a nice little move.
Drew Creasy, her foul. First for Macomb, first in the second quarter. And Elford's hits. Yeah, Mia pulled up for a couple nice threes in that first game. We are tied at 16 at the 4:30 mark.
We dug ourselves a hole, but we're back out of it. We're back right before the first tip-off. It's like a tie game, 0-0, 16-16 with 4:30 left here before halftime.
That was the first point by the Devils. It was not a 3 from the charity stripe. Let's make it 2 in a row.
And I bet you that's the second. I'm a quick learner.
17-16, Devils with the lead. They've ran off 8 straight points. Got the lead by 1. Dropped back in that 1-2-2. Mia Uffritz at the point. Jada Brown and Nicholson at the top. They match up pretty good on that. Now they are back to man-to-man.
Yeah.
As you saw the switch out high. Brown and Medemeyer still playing their players down in the low block. Off the left side, Storson. Back to McClure at the top. She just came back in, the post player. Here's Robinson. Robinson with a dribble, now a step back. Nicholson was there to close that down. She's got a head on her, and that's the key there.
Yes, she was.
And with the arms up, probably got a head and a half. Inside, Medemeyer tips it away. Good job by Elephants to keep it alive. Brown then. And there's that nice step down. Missed it by Quest, but the rebound came to Jada. Back out around the perimeter. Good passing. Elephants fires the 3. Good look and extra pass from the Devils on that one. Nicholson picks up at half court. Nice job there on Creasy. We talk about how Creasy and Robinson look pretty much like
twins.
Yep. Creasy with the basketball. In the high post. Step back for the 3. No good. Shot was taken out there by Thorman.
Out by Brown.
Dakota missed the shot. And here we go. This is what we like to see in transition.
And it's the first time. It's the first time this game that we've really done that in transition because the other passes have been knocked away. And when they do that, it's beautiful to see.
Byquist got the ball on the right wing. Jada Brown came down, fed, and the easy 2.
Travel.
And a quick step there by the big girl inside.
Yeah.
McClure in a little bit of a hurry, saw the lane to the basket. So Devils now with a 19-16 lead, just under 3 minutes left first half action.
On a 10-0 run?
Indeed. Left side, Elifritz. Medemeyer was in the short corner. Elifritz brings it around the perimeter. Medemeyer flashes the high post. Kate kicks it to Brown in the corner. Jada Brown looked exactly like the last second shot the other night. It rattles in and out. Yep. A two-rimmer from front and back and then pop out. We know she's got that shot in her bag. Nice pass there. That came off of Robinson with the pass. McClure hits the bucket. And that stopped that 10-point run by the Devils. Still with the lead, 19-18. Nicholson through the legs, skips it left side. Elifritz steps under. Nice job there. Mia missed the shot, but good job of getting her defense in the air and then stepping around her.
Yeah, we've missed about 3 give-me's that probably have gone in past games that hopefully don't come back and haunt us late in the game.
Macomb in the half-court set. Left side Thorman, pass it over. Comes back out high. That's Creasy. Check that. That's Storzum. Went inside, almost a little hop, and there it was. Did catch that. I saw the little hop down low on McClure, and like you said, it was going to be let it go, and then the official said, no, I don't think so. Hey, first game, the Southmore game, Macomb won that one 35-30.
Right.
Did a good job there of holding it and brought it back down the court with a 5-point lead, and the clock was running out, and I don't think the girls realized they needed to get out and foul to make something happen.
Live and learn.
Nicholson I love that. She held onto it strong. In the high post, it went over to Medemeyer on the right wing and zipped into Brown this time. Give the assist to Medemeyer, get Brown the basket. Good ball movement on that one. 21-18, Devils lead. Minute 20 left, first half action. Waiting for the band. You can see him over there getting ready. Devils back man-to-man. Top of the key, 3 shot, no good. Bombers missed, Byquist tracked it down. Ella Hare with that shot. Just checked in the game, and then Byquist lost the handle on it. Here comes Robinson. Robinson, good stop and step. Byquist did a good job of defense on that one, not committing the foul, and then getting the rebound. Inside a minute left, first half. Medemeyer in the high post, Brown in the low post. Byquist left ring. Hamby looked at a 3, passes it up. Down to Nicholson in the corner. 3 on the perimeter. Brown flashes high.
There you
Medemeyer
go.
finds Nicholson, short corner. Skips over to the right side. Hamby fires for 3.
Movement.
Nice shot there by Hamby. Good pass by Nicholson. And, of course, that 3 as all Woodmart Building Center. Kevin's got good wood. Inside 20 seconds, Devils have built up a 6-point lead in the first half. Good job by Robinson. You know, it's hard to say that someone flew by Byquist, but in that move, she did get the step on her.
She will play at the next level. Not a high level, but I think she could play at the next level very easy, whether it's a small college or junior college.
And, you know, height does not matter as much in the girls' game as it does in the boys' game. I mean, it can matter at the guard, but a lot of times, since the game is not played above the rim, the fundamentals are more in play, and so somebody like her could definitely, you know, play. I look back to Kendra Thompson, who I had at, and Amy Fussler too. Oh,
yeah.
she could play. She could outplay most guys too, or girls in softball or basketball. Byquist, last shot, no good. Brown's inside. Brown misses the tip. Ball goes out of bounds with 0.6 seconds left. Will the Devils have that one?
That'd been nice to go in.
Macomb?
Oh, it was Macomb
a good move, too, inside. Had those just roll out. And the baseball throw was a line drive.
At least he's laughing about it.
She tried to keep it down for the cutoff. And so we played a half here at Quincy High. And the Devils, after being down 16-9 after 1, go on a 10-point run and now lead 24-20 at the half. We'll talk about this and we'll talk about the rest of the week. It's Wellman and Longo and Castleman right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
And back here at halftime, Quincy High, Don O'Brien, of course, the son of Galesburg.
Yeah, I gave him a little trouble last night. I asked the guys from Galesburg if they could take him back with them.
Well, we'll be asking tomorrow night. Maybe we should do a little 3-person Galesburg alum, see if they like Don O'Brien, Rick Day, who graduated in '83, went to Culver, and then coached 22 years with Cannell, or Stu Pyatt, who was also one. So we'll let
Doc?
Little Judge, yep. So they're all 3 Galesburg alum.
Where's Doc located now? Somebody set up in Carthage?
No, I believe in Pittsfield. At
Pittsfield,
the ER.
Pittsfield, you're right.
He is handling the ER down there. So, and during this halftime, by the way, when you come out, you get a chance at a free throw. First up layup, free throw.
Right.
Top of the key.
He's 2 for 2.
Half court. And, of course, Jakai had it last week. And
he had trouble.
2 of them, but he got a $25 gift certificate from 8th Open, which is pretty cool.
And what do they win here if they get all 3?
I'm not sure. I'm about to ask him as soon as he hits it.
It's my brother.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
And guess whose brother it is?
I heard him. There it is. Oh, hurry up, people. We get at least 2 more.
And what's his first name, Jakai?
Justin.
Justin? All righty.
Justin's going to get at least 1 more, if
Justin
not 2
Castle.
more.
Shots up. Oh, he hit it! From half court, Justin Castleman with the hit almost at the buzzer, too. So good stuff up there on that one. So, did you hear what he won?
No. Ask your brother what he won.
Well, he just left to go congratulate him. And so, last week, if you remember, was it during our game or Bennett when he just disappeared at halftime?
He just disappeared.
And we had no idea where he was going. He was going to shoot the half-court shot. So, good stuff there. So, hold on. What do you actually win? What do you win for that? I need two rebounders. Come out and help. You guys are good luck for the last guy. All right,
What'd they win?
Well, I'm going to have to double check, but it sounded like 2 burgers a week for like 4 weeks or something. And I don't know if that would be the favorite tenderloin that was named after Bruner. We also have a
Where at?
Down at 8th.
Oh, okay.
So, and was that? I know it was a golfer too for him, and I can't remember the family that's down there. I want to say it's St. James, not Kuntz, not
Jared,
not
Tipton.
Yes, that's it. Definitely St. James, along with the Schmitz too.
Yeah.
There were some good families from there, and the Kuntz, as I just mentioned. As we're watching this, we're having a little fun.
Oh my!
And we're watching this too. You know, we did get the last one on that one. We didn't have the screen watching, but we did have the half court.
That's a long toss for this young girl. Let her scoot up, Don. Let her scoot up.
And she says, "Can I call a friend?" Nice job there. Some good shooting tonight. So, and someone down low, Mom, look like she said, "Hey, how about the Rick Berry again? You know, bring it out. If you can shoot 90% from the free throw line underhand, like he did."
There's somebody who does it now in the NBA, but I can't remember who.
I couldn't tell you because I don't watch the NBA. I'm sorry. Nothing wrong with the NBA. It's just my days, and of course I like fundamental basketball, and I don't see much of it except for the playoffs.
It's not even close to what it was when we grew up with Walt Frazier and Gail Gooderice. And
well, you're going to throw some good ones there.
Yeah.
Earl the Pearl. Bob
Pearl.
Love, who we just lost here recently, and of course Bob Love's son used to coach with Pettit at McHenry College.
Oh, nice.
He was an assistant there. So Bob was at a lot of practices and stuff, and Dave got to see him a lot. And Dave's a big autograph fan, so he got autographs, and he's also one of those when you go to the ball games at the Cubs and the Cardinals, they have certain days, bobbleheads and all those things, figurines. Dave goes to all those, and he's got a great collection, a lot of good stuff up there. So, of course, Coach Pettit got a lot of good baseball family there with him. Came from Beaumont down in St. Louis, as his dad was best friends with Earl Weaver, which is pretty cool stuff. All right, we played a half out here, and we've given you a little education on baseball from St. Louis to Quincy. Halftime, it's 24-20. Devils started this one off with a three-pointer. Macomb ran off 7 straight points to be up 7-3. Flip back and forth. Devils are down 11-9. A bucket and a 3 for Macomb ends the first quarter, and the Macomb Bombers are up 7 after 1, 16-9. But the Devils came out in the second quarter, and they went on a 10-point run. At the 4:30 mark is when they took their lead 17-16. They built it to 19-16 after a score from Macomb to make it 19-18. It was 5 more straight points by the Devils to build it up to 6, and Macomb had the last 2 free throws of the half to take it back down to 4, 24-20. And looking at the both sides, we got 5 scorers on the Devils side, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trays. Thank you, Woodmart Building Center. Over here for the Devils. On the Bombers side, they've thrown up some bombs as well.
Yes, they did.
And it was early. It was Robinson hit 2 and Creasy hit 1 in the first. But the Devils kept the Bombers to only 4 points in the second quarter and only 1 field goal.
Yeah, once we got our nerves settled down, I guess would be a good way to do it. We turned it on in the second quarter. Passes were a little bit sharper. Our entry passes were a lot better compared to what they were the first quarter. And our defense picked it up a little bit better, too, in the second quarter as well. And like you said, 15-4, we outscored them in the second quarter to give us that 4-point lead at halftime.
Longcore's got 3 trays out there, 2 for Hamby and 1 for Nicholson for the Devils. And, we found some times out for the postseason, or not the postseason, excuse me. Let's don't get too far.
Yeah.
Christmas. All right. And, of course, Collinsville just came out today.
I saw that.
2:30 for the
2:30.
Devils on their first one. And then I always love the way they do it because win or lose, the first game the next day you're going to play at 11:30, either in one gym or the other. So
and
that's there.
You don't want the auxiliary gym.
No, not at all.
From years past in broadcasting, you do not want to lose that first game and play in that dungeon.
And that goes the same thing for the State Farm because up at Bloomington, they did the same thing, and you'd be at the B gym at Normal West. They've eliminated the alternate gyms because I think up there, and I think they've eliminated the losers getting the 4th game. You'll get 3 games. They used to get 4, I believe, but they've eliminated that. And I think it's a shot clock thing that the B gyms don't have shot clocks, and I believe they must be using the shot clock.
Well, I'm sorry. You should be playing at the same place. It's a state tournament. I don't like the auxiliary gyms.
Right,
stuff
and
like
I agree with you.
Totally disagree with that.
So they won't have that there. So up at the State Farm, the times came out. The QNU Raider boys are up there. The Quincy High girls are up there. The first time I see the Notre Dame boys, 9:30 at night on the
first game
on the 26th. So that'll be the last game of the day. So you go, well, that's good. We'll be able to catch Coach Dan's son, Alex, and the Raiders, Coach Altmix. And then I figure the girls' game, we'll get both games in that day. The girls play at 8 o'clock. So they're at Bloomington at 8 o'clock. These guys are at Normal West.
At 9:30?
Yes. So we will go over and watch the end of the Raider game, but there's no way we can be able to broadcast both. And then, of course, we'll travel down to Collinsville, pick that one up. And I believe the way that works out, too, for them, it's like 9:30, 8 o'clock, and 7:30 for the Raiders if they keep winning, which, really, that's kind of nice because you at least know you're at the end of the day.
And who do you deal with at Collinsville? Clayton Smith?
Yes, yep, still. Yep.
Good dude.
Tournament director there and been there for a while. And, of course, Darren Lee, the basketball coach.
He was their soccer coach.
Oh, really?
My last game that I coached was against Clayton.
Did you win?
No, they beat us in the sectionals.
So he'll have the chance to have that up on you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun there when we get to the State Farm, and of course that's on the 26th. And the way they have it set up this year, the State Farm opens on the 26th. They will go the 27th, 28th, 29th. No, skip the 29th, which is a Sunday, and go to
come back
Monday. But the Devils on the other side, Collinsville, will skip the day after Christmas, the 26th.
And go
27,
Thursday,
28,
Friday,
29.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Nope, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
They don't play on Sunday.
Yes, the championship will be on Sunday now. So instead of playing a day early on the 26th, and instead of skipping a day like Sunday, they will play Friday, Saturday will be a doubleheader, and Sunday will be the championship.
Really?
Yes. So we'll be able, really, if the Devils get there, we'll be able to stay there, and then, depending on the Blue Devil girls or the Raiders, they will go on Monday up at State Farm. Believe me, I wouldn't lie to you.
I know you wouldn't, but that's just unusual.
It is very unusual
that they're playing on a Sunday.
Well, think about the old days when after the Class A and Double A got done up there, the champions stayed a fifth day, and the Double A and A would play each other. Notre Dame played some good games out there on that one, but usually the Double A teams just outmanned the Single A teams on that. Well, it's halftime here. We'll take a 30-second break. When we come back, it'll be second half action. Blue Devil basketball, right?
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiburg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
And Donald Brown's calling out the game for tomorrow night already. The Galesburg Silver Streaks will be here. And on the girls' side, they've got a good-looking ball team. They are undefeated in the conference, 3-0. They're 8-1 overall. So get out here tomorrow night, or make sure you tune in right here, megasportsco.com. We get ready for the second half. Devils with a 24-20 lead. Macomb gets the basketball to start the second half. Devils, same way as they started the game. Longcore, Hamby, Medemeyer, Nicholson, and Brown.
And man-to-man.
Standing that man. On the other side, Robinson, Creasy, Hines, McClure. And where's my other player at there? Oh, there she is. Sturtsum. Being very deliberate initially as coach sets it up. Had Hines in the high post. Now it comes to McClure. 4 on the perimeter. Nobody is moving on the perimeter, though.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, Macomb looks a little confused against us right now. Now we're in a 1-3-1.
It looks that way, but I think it's the 1-2-2 flattening out. Well, no, there's Hamby standing a man-to-man.
I don't know what they're doing there.
McClure.
It sure looked like a zone, didn't it?
Either way, on the weak side, Nicholson gets the rebound from the first shot of the Macomb team in the third quarter. Chloe behind the back, so smooth with her dribbling and her head's up. That's what I love. Just like Bradley Donkor on the other side. Hamby, left side. 3.
Nice touch.
Madeline.
That's a shooter's touch. That's home court advantage right there.
You got it. Hit the rim, came back, and then hit the board and slid in for the 3. Of course, brought to you by Woodmark Building Center. Go see Dink. That's Paul Dinkkeller. And, of course, we know his nephew, Travis Dinkkeller.
Sure do.
I'll tell you a story here a little later about Dink over there on their house on Cherry. Actually, it was right down the house from the Douglases. They just lived a few doors down. In the set, 6:30. Left third quarter action. Devils, good job on the defense. Macomb not sure where to do it. They're keeping it out around 25 feet. Devils up by 7.
Good
Hamby knocks it out of bounds.
I would say Macomb's a little confused right now with their offense. And the Blue Devils have come out here very, very aggressive and down low, hands active. Hey, I don't think they've gotten a shot off, have they?
No, and they pushed it out, too. That's the key to where Macomb's offense is starting out at 24 feet. High post, McClure trying to set a screen run, Nicholson. Robinson got there, gives it over the southpaw, misses the shot. That's McClure. Nicholson tracks it down for the Blue Devils. Across the timeline. Nicholson has a trailer, stops, pulls, 16-foot, no good. Brown worked through the that screen of McClure, has it, tracks it down. Good job there by Jada. Around the perimeter. Thought it was around the world there as we had 3 on the perimeter. Hamby will find Brown in the corner. Jada starts the drive. Good pass on the weak side. It comes back to the top. And you're going to give Longcore the assist. You're going to give Nicholson the 3-pointer as she hits her outside. Wow. And the Devils lead 30-20. By the way, that was Woodmark Building Center on that shot. And I tell you what, you have those days where you don't hear from Woodmark for a game maybe. And then they opens it up with 4 in the first quarter. 2 in the second, so they have 6. 2 more in the third. We're up to 8 trays on the side out there.
It all balances out, though, doesn't it?
Yes.
In the long run.
And although it is nice to know that when you take that shot from, is it still 18-8 or is it, I think it's still 18-8. And then we get back to the college and the pros where at one point it's 23-5. But you get out there and you get an extra point for that. That's kind of nice because if you can put up 8 more shots, well, let's put it this way. We have 8 threes. You take them all away, we're up by 2 instead of 10.
True.
So, not to confuse anybody out there, but it's part of the game, and love it when. And again, it opens up everything. When you can hit the outside shot, it opens up the middle. You know, and again, you punch it in the middle. Everybody's got to start sinking in.
And push it out.
Indeed. It's amazing how that stuff works out there. We teach it to everybody every day at practice, and then every once in a while it sinks in and you see it.
We've been around a long time. We could sort of see it that develop from the first quarter when we were forcing it. And now the last 2 quarters, or at least the last quarter and a half, we've really moved the ball, sharper passes and wide open shots.
Yeah, and it was tough back in the day, though. We had to wait for him to get the ball out of the peach basket so we could get down the court. So fast breaks really weren't there.
Not too often.
Macomb comes down. Devils up by 10, 30-20. 5:30 left, third quarter action. Pass went by McClure. Hamby had it on the weak side, but she was trying to gather it, and that came Creasy sneaking up from behind. 3, Robinson misses. Nice 2-hand rebound by Nicholson. It came out strong. Good pass down to the corner. Loncourt. Brown was double teamed. Could have taken the shot, but sent it back out. Loncourt misses. And Brown with a jump ball. That
Quincy.
means Hines was on the other side.
Quincy ball.
Yeah, and I think Jada probably could have forced that in traffic, but it was smart to go back out to Miley, who was wide open on the wing. Devils go into Medemeyer. She's double teamed. Kate was just trying to get out of there to pass the ball. Could have been a jump ball because the ball hand was on top, but she took that extra step to clear.
She had Chloe in the corner too, but I don't think she saw her. Been an easier pass to make it that time.
Eyes to the back of the head on that one maybe, because she was stepping this way. Inside 5 minutes, Devils by 10. Devils come back in that man-to-man now. I like the way they're changing things up tonight. Off the left side. That's Creasy back to the top. Hines didn't know really what to do with it. She's not dribbling or doing anything with it. You got to be able to move the basketball. Either move it or you got to move. Robinson waiting for something to happen. She's got Nicholson on her. Hines on the left side. Oh, he got McClure for the lob, but they don't pass it. And Medemeyer closes it up. Back to the top. Boy, this is good D. Robinson gets a good shot off. Nicholson gets a good rebound. That's where the shot clock is going to be good when you can play that kind of D for that long. Nicholson through the legs, lost the handle for a second. She'll go again. Medemeyer turns. Oh, and this time Kate threw that zip pass, but this time instead of low, she threw it up where Jada could get to it. Give Medemeyer the assist and give Jada another bucket.
And give Jada the credit for posting up and putting her hand in the pass. The entry pass was perfect for Medemeyer.
That's what we talk about. Wait till the post gets there and get it where the hand's at, too. Little inside, right back out, though. Devils get back out, push it out when Macomb's got to be on the perimeter. McClure in that high post, trying to work. 4 on the perimeter. Left side, Creasy. Trying to look for a cutter into the corner. That's Storsham. She drives. Oh, she got through the traffic. She got to the weak side, but there was Nicholson for the block shot.
That's her second at least that I know of.
Cameron Byquest in, Medemeyer out. On the other side, Layla Abernathy. Her first appearance tonight, number 24 for the Bombers. Out of bounds play for the Bombers on the baseline. Hines went to the basket. Hines got inside, but Nicholson blocks from behind.
Another block, both hands.
I didn't tell her to block with both hands.
No,
I just told
but
her
she did. Sure.
And that's good stuff. Hines has it at the high post, coming around. Now taking the shot, Creasy. Creasy will hit. Check that, Storsham. She hits, and that stops the Devils' little 8-point run to start the quarter off. 32-23, 3 minutes left in the third. Jeff Wellman, Matt Longo here. Jackai Castleman to my left. He's running the camera for us tonight. I'll keep an eye on him in a second here. Loncourt shot for 3, no good. Brown flashes down. Brown got in between 2 players. The offensive rebound and the putback. She's got 8 now in the ball game.
Good positioning to get that offensive rebound by Jada.
reaches out with that strong. And again, she's got a year under her belt. So she's a little stronger when she puts that first arm out and brings it.
Freiburg Insurance.
Macomb in a half-court set. Lobbed inside Hines. Hines, good job there. She took a little left hook, which was a sweet hook. And Chloe that time kept her hands straight up, didn't even try to block the shot.
But she got a piece of it, didn't she?
Yes, that's why it's going to be the Macomb basketball with 2:32 left in the third. Good crowd tonight, not completely full out here, but might be some Christmas shopping for us. Hines inside, good move. Misses it though. Brown saves it, and then Brown tried to save it in, but right there is Robinson. A drive to the hole.
It's her third on Loncourt.
Kylie will be at the line to shoot 2 for Loncourt, her third.
Might want to get her out with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Devils with an 11-point lead.
And only one foul in the quarter. Was that the boys last night that was
1-1-1 and then 1, and then I think there were a couple more toward the end.
About the time you said that will not happen. And,
what did you owe me on that bet?
What's that?
What did you owe me on that bet?
Heading to Hardee's at 8 a.m. one of these days and seeing Brian Harms. How about that? By the way, I'm going to talk about, you mentioned Jim McNeil. Second one is good, 2 for 2. When you said that the first night, I was thinking of Brian McNeil,
right,
who played at Notre Dame. Wasn't even thinking it was Mac. And of course, Mac spent a lot of years here and was a lot of years at Randall's. That's where I knew him from when my dad delivered Pepsi, and he was a big shot there.
You're aging yourself with Randall's.
Good pass by Medemeyer in the short corner. Brown was coming down from the high post. She's fouled, and Jada will go to the line for the first time tonight. You mean everybody doesn't remember Randall's?
There are probably people listening to this are saying, what are you talking about?
It's where CVS or whatever it is now, right there in the Planet
Fitness?
Yeah, thank you. Some new stuff going up there. Brown hits the first one.
What was it, Comcast?
Do you remember what was there first? Before Randall's was there. Second one is good.
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
I'll give you one of the two. You can either get the first one, which then I think the grocery store was named the same thing, or I'll give you the second one, then Randall's came in. So we'll see if you can name this in a little bit here. One of the names I can't believe anybody would ever shop there. Inside 2 minutes, 36-25. Devils by 11. Macomb with the basketball. Robinson. Oh, a great job of coming through there and a bounce pass before traveling.
She got rid of that ball before traveling, I don't know.
That was athletic there. Hines off the left side. Robinson was right there. Instead will come back out. Abernathy. Hines over here to the left again. Down to a minute and a half. Robinson starting to drive. No, stopped. Hines has it. She's the southpaw. Watch the left. Boy, Devils doing a job of pushing it out.
Are.
Coach Dance is very happy with how we're pushing it out. In the ballgame with Sophie Wilson, by the way, number 3 for Macomb. This is some good defense.
And we get a steal.
Nicholson reaches in on a bounce pass inside to Hines, takes it away. In transition, Cameron Byquist in the game. Byquist, Nicholson, Medemeyer, Hamby, and Brown in the high post. Not all of them, just Brown. 4 in the perimeter. Now we're inside a minute. To the short corner, Medemeyer kicks it back out to Byquist. Right side, Hamby. Let's go right back to that short corner and just got by
Good ball movement,
Medemeyer. But I thought it was going to just go back down there and let's try it again. McClure in, Hines out for Macomb. 51.9 seconds left. Third quarter action here at Quincy High.
See, if you had a shot clock, you'd have to make a decision. Put one up quick so it'd be a 2 for 1.
Indeed. And that's some of that strategy they'll have to play out there too. So something will be new. Wilson with the basketball. McClure to the right side. Robinson back to the top. Now we got 5 on the perimeter for Macomb. Robinson. Byquist playing some good D. Had help from Hamby. Almost a jump ball. Ball came away. Here comes Hamby.
Yeah, you see that coming. That'll be our ball underneath. Like, oh.
Shortsome. Tipped it away.
Ooh, that's going to bring some boos from the crowd. Coach
the closest was the band.
Coach Dance doesn't like it either. That was not a good call.
22 ticks and counting left third quarter action. Devils still up by 11. Macomb has that basketball. Good quarter of defense by the Devils. They've given up a 3-pointer and 2 free throws in this, and they only gave up 1 bucket in the second quarter.
Oh, she traveled.
Yep. Nice
Good
cut
call.
to the basket, though. Wilson made the cut after passing it inside and then took that extra skip. 5.9 left in the quarter. Here comes Loncourt. Now, she comes in to maybe take that last second shot, but she's got 3 fouls, so you kind of go,
Don't drive to the basket, pick up a charge.
Right. So basically in this situation, well, now somebody does come up. Creasy's going to come up. Robinson also in the back court. Hamby. And it went to half court. Tipped out of bounds. Good job on there. Oh,
yeah.
Did Longcourt touch it then?
She must have. I don't think she did, but that's the call. And good job getting her out because you don't want to pick a foul up with 2.4, especially when you got 3 because you're going to need her in the fourth quarter.
Creasy to trigger to half court. 2.4. Hamby takes the steal.
Get it.
Hamby goes up, and Hamby finishes the quarter, and it looked like she almost got fouled too, but a good job on the defense. Hamby with the steal. She takes it down for the score, and after 3 quarters, it's the Quincy High Blue Devils 38, the Macomb Bombers 25. It's Blue Devil basketball on mechasportsco.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
They always come with that song out of a quarter. I don't know if it's the third quarter.
Third quarter.
Exit
the boys'
there.
game, too.
38-25, Devils lead by 13. All right, here we go. Trivia question was, at 30th and Broadway, what was it first? Remember?
Berries.
What?
Berries.
Cats. Cats was the store. They actually, I don't remember Cats being the grocery store, but I was told that. Then the one that came later, Skaggs.
Skaggs.
How do you go to a store with Skaggs?
That's I'm thinking 36. Berries was at 36, where Wendy's is at.
Yes.
There was a Berries.
Would have
right
been catty corner from Vic's
Yes.
Tap back in the day.
Yeah.
The highway department on the northwest corner, and the southeast corner was Morgan Oil. All 4 of them there. Here we are. Here we are in Quincy trivia. Hope you pick up the game board from mechasportsco.com. Inside 8 minutes. That's because we started the fourth quarter. Devils lead 38-25. Longcourt, Byquist, Medemeyer, Robinson. Check that. I had Robinson on the other team. That's Nicholson and Brown for the Devils. Foul's going to be called on Medemeyer. He'll be her second. And the first in the fourth quarter. Other side.
I thought they were going to call traveling, to be honest with you.
And we'll stay right here with a quick timeout from Macomb. Macomb back with the second half with Robinson, Creasy, McClure, Hines, and Kathleen Stortzum, S-T-O-R-T-Z-U-M.
You know, it's really a tough call when you asked me to do this because Wednesday night is my TV night, all the Chicago shows, just to let you know.
Was that like Chicago Fire or some of them or something?
Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, yeah.
You know, I don't know
That's okay.
I don't know if I have a night of TV anymore.
It's too cold for golf tomorrow, so I'll just look it back up and watch it.
One of my favorites was 10 years or so ago when we had back surgery and I was laid up. The Burn Notice from USA. Oh, it was a great show.
What was it?
Burn Notice. It was a spy that was burned.
Yeah.
A lot of good shows.
Back
Here
to
we
basketball.
Go. Bombers have the basketball on the baseline. Into Hines. She's off the left side. Almost travels. It does a good job keeping her pivot foot together. Byquist does that same bump, but this time she didn't release her hand quick enough and get up. So for Cameron, she'll commit the foul. It'll be her second. Make sure you get out tomorrow night. Galesburg's going to be a heck of a ball game tomorrow night.
I think I'll come, and I got nothing else to do.
And it's going to be a little colder, and it got cold this afternoon with that wind. Hines starts to dribble on Brown. Tried to step in on her. Brown swats it. And she had the right idea, but she had the wrong person guarding her.
She double pivot, though. I'm sorry, she double pivot there, and that should have been called a traveling
Yeah, with that,
call.
yep.
I mean, in all honesty.
And Brown blocked that shot around her waist.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I did see that. Sometimes you can get away with that. Inside, McClure is going to shoot 2 free throws.
Set on Longcourt? No, Medemeyer.
And for Katie, it'll be her third foul. So her and Longcourt both have 3. The Devils have 3 in the quarter.
Yeah, quick 3. We're only 24 seconds into it. 34 seconds into it.
McClure uses the backboard. Banks, good shot. The bank is open. I don't have a bank sponsor, though, yet.
Not yet?
You got that? Not yet. Second one, no good. Brown with the rebound. Hey, speaking of which, we got some stats coming up pretty dang close. We heard them last night. We'll get to it in a break here when we talk about the boys for a second. Left side, Nicholson. High post is Jada Brown. Devils go 4 in the perimeter. Now, Medemeyer slides down to the low post and then pops back out. Ball gets reversed right side. Longcourt. Good from 3. Miley had 3 of them in the first quarter. She opens it up with a fourth quarter shot. And brought to you by Woodmark Building Center, right out there on Seminary Road. I can give you I think the official one is 2000 North 12th, but I think 12th and Seminary Road, or better yet, 12th and Jack McKenzie Road, which that's what it is.
Right.
Shot no good there by Robinson. You know, and we'll get to that about defense here. Devils have the basketball on a 15-point lead. Back to the left side. Longcourt passes it up and goes to the short corner. Tried to skip it across, but boy, Robinson was right there, came up in the passing lane. She goes up, no good. We had 2 on defense. Longcourt came away. Passed to Nicholson across the timeline. She gave it back to Medemeyer. Good job, and Nicholson brought both girls to her. Medemeyer filled the opposite lane, and Kate's going to shoot 2.
One thing I like about Chloe is that they really concentrate on her, and she's very good at finding the open player. And eventually, she probably could take that ball to the hoop. I think maybe as her sophomore year gets a little more familiar with the game, you know, the high school game, I think she'll do that. But right now, she's very good at making that extra pass and getting the ball where it needs to be.
Now, that's a confidence builder for Kate. The other day at the free throw line, she didn't want to shoot it when she was wide open. That one touched every bit of the rim and came in for her. Second one, no good. 6:20 left in the ball game. Devils lead 42-26. Tell you what, it was really that 4:30 mark in the second quarter when they took the lead 19-16 and just picked up the defense. Inside, Hines. Euro-Asian. She went to Japan, Australia, and still missed the shot, but a good move inside. Devils with the basketball in the half-court set. Nicholson stands behind the arc, fires a 3, no good. Brown came in, but the rebound came for the Bombers. Creasy in transition. Wilson's back in the game. Good job by Hines. Hines got around, but then Jada Brown closed down on defense. Wow, there's Nicholson. She got off the ground, shouldn't have been, but she still had time to recover and swat the ball of Wilson's. Devils in transition.
Great timeout. Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
thought.
And Kate Medemeyer looks at coach and says, I was driving to the basket. 5:32 left in this one. Blue Devils 42, Bombers 26.
And she's telling him.
Back with more on meccasportsco.com.
Freiburg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiburg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-224-7774 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
Back to action at Quincy High's gymnasium. You got a fan club over here waving?
That's the soccer girls.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So call them out. Who we got over there? You know? Can you see that far?
No, I can't see that far.
All right, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't either. And, of course, you had one of the granddaughters last night. Only one showed up, right?
Yeah, the other one was in St. Louis getting fitted for a brace. She's got scoliosis.
Oh.
Yep. She's okay with it. She's got to wear a brace for 18 hours a day for 2 years.
And that will develop and bring back the spine?
That'll bring that back. Yeah.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that, too.
Yeah,
Young enough that, you know, in today's technology.
Oh, yeah.
Ball was thrown in bounds. Immediately it was a jump ball with 5:29 left. It will go back over to the Blue Devils. Nicholson will go down right in front of the band on the baseline. Box out of bounds play with Medemeyer, Brown. Low post. Lonker flashed down to the low post, but it was behind the backboard, so she'll bring it back out. Creasy on her.
Watch your hands.
Yep. Creasy keeps those feet moving, too, her and Robinson.
Very, very, very quick.
Nicholson to right side. Byquist looks inside for Brown. Brown wanted it, so it went up high, and Kate goes, I'll give it to you.
Perfect entry pass.
Feed me, Seymour, feed me.
Yep.
Medemeyer with the assist. Brown with the basket inside, 44-26.
She put her hand up, and the ball went right to her hand from Medemeyer.
Kate does a heck of a job there. You know, I love, she's got some of those tapes on her leg, too, where it must be muscles or certain areas. They got that stretch tape now. Nicholson with the full court. And Nicholson, once she got the ball, she went in and stretched that baby out with the one-hander.
Put her shoulder check, looking behind her to see who was going to be behind her, and she kept that ball out wide. It's just a perfect little, I don't want to say baby hook layup, but she kept it out wide where it couldn't get blocked.
It kind of got stretched out there by, but like a lot of the guys, the old NBA guys got it way out here. Gervin did that too. We do kind of put ourselves in a time, don't we?
Right.
There's probably somebody who does that now. Approaching 4 minutes left in this one. Devils now up by 20 points, 46-26. Robinson drives through. Nice drive. Defense tried to come down, but Robinson squeezed through and went all the way to the basket. That broke into the 8-point run there by the Blue Devils. And makes it 46-28.
Another good entry pass and another from long court to Brown.
Another assist there. And speaking of assists, her brother's got over 300 assists now.
I saw that.
He'll be working up the category there. Also, rebound-wise, in a couple games here, Keyshawn's going to become the all-time rebounder over Michael Payne.
Yeah, by the end of the school year, yes, he'll be the.
Oh, into the school year, he's within two good games. Shot inside, no good. I'll give you a double check here if I can pull my numbers up. Maybe I don't know if I brought those. Devils have the ball after the missed shot by the Bombers. Nicholson brings it back out. Brown will bring it to the right side. Yeah, of course, we had Keyshawn with his 1,000th point. Oh, good steal there. Chloe put it out in front of her, and Creasy took it, and then Creasy did the long extended step. Chloe flew by, and Creasy puts it in for the bucket. That's a senior move there.
Yes, it was.
48-30, Devils still. Stick around for the post-game show, brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway.
Another timeout, Blue Devils.
And we'll take a 30-second timeout. 2:59 left in this one. Blue Devils up 48-30 right.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
We gonna sing that one then too? Baby, it's cold outside. You have to play the higher one then.
No, isn't that the song they want to ban?
Dean Martin was awesome in that song. I'm sorry. You know, if they do that, you talked about how times have changed. You talk about the gay 90s, or Fred Flintstone and them have a gay old time. It was being happy, and then all of a sudden it changes terminology over the years. And
I hear you.
It can change. That's fine. It doesn't change the song or history. That's just it.
Too many people read into things.
Yep.
And you can't change history. History is history. You can't change it. Tearing a statue down or doing something like that doesn't change the history of what happened.
Yep. And this history moment brought to you by, as Hamby fires a three from outside, it rings in and out. Bombers come away with the rebound. In transition, less than 3 minutes in this one. Devils have built up the 48-30 lead. Bombers go on the right side. Bombers got a good little ball team here, too.
Yes, they do.
7-2, they're going to have a good season.
And a game like this in Quincy is only going to make you better. And the way they started in the first quarter, I really thought we were going to be in a little bit of trouble. But similar to last night, and we'll save it when I ask Coach Dance, our defense is what turned it around for us. Timeout by the Bombers here.
And if so many people would understand that, too. We've talked about that so much. It's almost beating a dead horse. 2:16 left. We'll stay right here, 48-30, Devils with the lead. We mentioned the other day, somebody said something about defense or somebody shot. That's what it was. It was an ugly shot.
Right.
And I said, listen here. Brett Douglas didn't have the greatest shot in the world, but Brett Douglas started for the Blue Devils and then started for John Wood. And because he could play defense, he could rebound, and those were the key things. And they had guys who could fill into the shots. Now, could he make something out of the basket? Yes. Could he hit the little J if he had to? Probably yes. But he played the key, and defense was that key for those programs, and he did his job. And so you'll find room for a kid like that.
Yeah, sure you will.
And if you get 5 of them together, boy, you're tough. Although you better have a couple shooters in there too. But I just love that tenacity on the defensive side. And you mentioned Jack McKenzie all the time on that. And of course, when Randy Dickens and Dan Bertrand came in, Dan used to pitch on that heavily. Defense, you win championships. Defense.
Offense,
and of
fans
course,
in the stands.
since Jack was around a little longer and put more championships up, it's Jack's line until he wants to say, okay, you can have that, Dan. 2 minutes left in this one. Goes in the high post for the Bombers. Bombers have to kick it back out. Devils have done a really nice job. We mentioned that in the second quarter, only one bucket by the Bombers. In the third quarter, only one bucket, and it was a three-pointer. We get to the fourth, we've given up 2 buckets. That's some pretty good defense, second, third, and fourth quarter.
Yeah, there's no doubt our defense has picked up since that first quarter.
Nicholson had it on the left wing, went into Hamby, lost the handle, and a nice defensive play down there. Stortzum, she saved it and bounced it off of Hamby. It's Macomb basketball.
Looks like Ellifritz in for the first. No, she's been in before.
And she was in, of course, for the whole JV game, the sophomore game. Ellifritz, Medemeyer, Hamby, Nicholson, and Byquist. That means Brown and Longcourt took a seat. Minute and a half left in this one. Glad you're with us tonight here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. Check that, Quincy High. They're both Blue Devil Gymnasiums.
Yes, they are.
I keep trying to explain myself with that. Hey, and that's what we like about it, too. You don't hear us calling it the Lady Devils because, again, they have been proud to say we're the Blue Devils on both sides.
Right.
And
it's funny. We picked up 3 fouls in 34 seconds and didn't foul again until minute 20 left in the game. I thought we were going to be in that 2 bonus when we got those 3 fouls early in the fourth quarter, but
picked it back up and played some good D during that time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we stopped playing D. Ellifritz her first foul of the game. As we approach 1 minute, goes in the high post. Nicholson sneaks in briefly, then he goes out to the wing.
That's about her 5th block shot.
And she gets off the ground again, gets fooled, but she's so quick at hitting the ground and blocking the shot.
Right.
Hold house on that one. Byquist, we're inside a minute here. I mean, she's got that quick down, and then, of course, it does help that she got the wingspan and 6'1", but
oh, nice.
good pass from the high post. Medemeyer got it in the high post. Byquist came around her for the little shuffle, the wheel play in football, and she went in for the layup. That's Byquist for the layup, and Medemeyer for the assist. For Byquist, her first bucket, and she played a heck of a game, too. 50-30, inside.
And a block shot by Medemeyer.
Medemeyer blocking Abernathy's shot on that. You know, that's the one thing Kate does, play hard, rebounds, and does a heck of a job on defense, and then she fills her role on offense, and as long as she's comfortable to take that shot. Traveling, so 19.7. Macomb has the basketball.
Yeah, Macomb can walk away here, even though it's a 20-point game. They can walk away. They gave us all they could in the first quarter, and just our defense picked up after that.
Off the left side, Wilson. Nice step in to the left side. Her three, no good. Rebound came to the strong side. Kicks it back out. And at the buzzer, last shot of the ball game, Abernathy. And the band begins to play. The fat lady sings. Can we still say that?
Yeah, you can.
You know, that was always a great phrase. And so Devils win 50-30. They improved to 5-2 non-conference games. So they'll wait to pick that one back up right here tomorrow night against Galesburg. And then, of course, Saturday against Alleman Catholic. And good job by the Devils tonight. Would you not agree?
I'm sorry, I was watching the coaches. What'd you say? I always like to watch the coaches interact. What'd you say?
I knew you did, so I'm watching that. I basically gave a quick little recap on what I thought about the game tonight with a 50-30 victory and said, what do you think?
Well, again, I think our defense finally picked up. We had the jitters there in the first quarter, made some silly mistakes, did some things that were very uncharacteristic of our girls. And once they got that down, they pretty well turned it on because we only had, 9 points in the first quarter. So that means we picked up 41 points there through 3 quarters. We'll take it.
And tonight was from outside. Once we opened up, Longcourt hit 3 trays in the first quarter. We also had one from Hamby. She picked one up in the second quarter. Nicholson as well. So after the first half, we had 6 threes. Threw 2 more in there on the third quarter. Makes 8. Let's throw 1 more in at the fourth quarter for Longcourt. That's 9 trays in the ball game. Not bad.
27 points.
Yep, and 9 more from over there too. So, and we thank Jakai. He's going to take off here as we're getting ready for the post game. And of course, it'll be brought to you by Hardee's. But that will do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Stick around for the post game show. But for Coach Longo, I'm Jeff Wellman as we have the regulation in the books, and the Devils win this one 50-30 over the Macomb Bombers. And of course, you've been listening to Blue Devil basketball right here on Mecca Sports.
In the event of a sudden, serious injury to your bones or muscles, our orthopedic trauma surgeons are equipped to care for your injuries and optimize your healing. You can get immediate orthopedic care at our Level 2 Trauma Center or Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made from scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And we are back to the post-game show here at Quincy High, brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. Brian Harms and the gang, and hopefully Jeff's still getting up there to make biscuits early in the morning. As we go with this one, starting off the ball game with a 3-pointer in the first quarter. And then, boom, 7 points from Macomb. We find ourselves down 7-3. Devils pop back. And they got to 11-9, and then Macomb closed out the quarter with 5 points. Led after 1, 16-9. Second quarter, that's when the Devils picked it back up, 10 points on a run. And at the 4:30 mark of the second quarter, our first lead 17-16. Never relinquished it. How about never gave it up after that? There you go. And so at that point, then we're up. And at halftime, 24-20, even after the 2 free throws by the Bombers. Third quarter, did it again. 8 points to start the quarter off, built up a 12-point lead. And by the time the third quarter was up, we had 13. It was 38-25. And then throughout the fourth quarter, we jumped up as high as, 46-27. That was not quite, seemed like we were over 20 there for a brief moment. Maybe it was 20 at 48-28. But we finished 50-30 for the Blue Devils, 5-2 now. And, of course, stayed 2-1 in the conference. Bombers now fall to 7-3. Not shabby at all with the competition tonight as they come in here and play a 4A school.
Well, look at our 3 losses.
Alleman,
Southeastern,
yep.
Quincy. That's 3 solid teams that you lost to, and it can only make you, like I said earlier, it can only make you better toward the end of the year. I mean, everybody wants to win, don't get me wrong, but sometimes a loss can really make you work that much harder and make you realize I gotta have my A game every day, and I got to keep working that hard every game.
And just trying to find out where those 2 points are at. Unofficially, I'm going to break down the scoring here while we wait for Coach Dance. On the other side from Macomb, 7-3 right now. They were led in scoring. 12 points on Akali Robinson. She hit 2 threes to start the game off. 4 for 4 from the charity stripe tonight. 8 points from Drew Creasy. Creasy also had a 3-pointer early in this game. Jordan Hines, 4 points in the first quarter. We go to 2 more 3-pointers, and it was actually McClure had a bucket and a free throw for 3. And on the other side, Storsum had a 3-point bucket as well. We'll save the scoring for the Blue Devils here as Coach Dance has already shown up, and I'm going to pass it over to Coach Longo for a little coach's comments.
How dare you call a timeout when a girl's going in for a layup?
Especially at Metamar, right? Yeah, I'll hear about that one.
And you had some good interaction. That was fun to see.
Yeah.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Your first quarter, rate that as far as all your games this year.
Terrible. It was awful.
It was bad. Your passing was bad. You were forcing passes. Your girls were showing a little frustration. But then let's look at the next 3 quarters. Your defense was outstanding.
It was, and we talked. We gave up about 16 points in the first quarter and 14 the rest of the game.
Right.
So it's one of those things that they finally woke up. And I told them after the game, I think Macomb was a lot more excited to play a Quincy than Quincy was Macomb. And it's one of those things that we can't. And sometimes it's like our girls think if we're not playing a conference game, it's not a big deal.
Right.
All right. And I told them, they're 7-2. They're a good team. It's going to be a competitive game. And they came out and knocked down some shots early, and I was proud of the way the girls bounced back. Though I mean, they got punched in the mouth early, and they continued to play. And We at half, I was really frustrated because we weren't doing what we normally do, and that share the ball, look to get the ball in the short corner, use the post. We weren't doing those things, and I thought towards the end of the first half and then a lot of the second half, we did a much better job of that.
Yeah, when you say share the ball, I think they were trying to share it, but they were forcing it, which is uncharacteristic sometimes of them. And again, they showed their frustration, but in the long run, that's a learning point that you could take down the road. Say, hey, we've been here before, and look what you did. You get your you know what together, and a lot of good things come from that.
Yeah, and I was, like I said, I was definitely proud of the way they came back there, and after that first quarter, and they rebounded well, and they played the way they're supposed to.
And back to your point, there's going to be a lot of those catch games like tonight. And if you look, we were talking about it on the air. Their losses are to you, Southeastern, which is good, and Alleman, which is a nice team.
Yeah.
So that's going to help them in the long run come into an atmosphere like this. And you have to use that as a learning point. I don't care who we're playing. I don't care if we're playing O'Fallon, Edwardsville, or whoever. Yeah. You have to come ready to play because sometimes just the name on your shirt brings out the best of them. And a small school like that coming here.
Yeah.
So your girls handled it, and they learned from it. So now you got to turn around and focus without a practice. What does a coach do to really prepare for tomorrow night? Do you have a walkthrough or?
Well, no, we don't. We've normally not done those. I've found those my first couple of years. They weren't really beneficial, and it was more of a distraction than doing it. So we talked probably a lot more about Galesburg than we did Macomb. We talked about what Macomb would do, but we really practiced against like what Galesburg is going to do tomorrow and how they're going to work defensively and things like that. So it wasn't that we were looking past this game, but I felt that if we did what we were supposed to do on the offensive and defensive end, we would be okay tonight. Now it started off ugly, but we got it together. But I wanted us to make sure we're prepared for the Thursday night game.
And you could sort of use this like a tournament experience or a state tournament because back-to-back games. Have you had back-to-back games this year?
No, and that's what we'll do at State Farm. We'll do that for 3 days in a row, and then when we go to Sophie, it's a Saturday and Sunday. It's back-to-back. So it's we have and next week we play Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So
do you really?
Yeah, we do. We play UT here, and then we have 2 games at John Wood, the shootout, 4 o'clock on 4:30 or something like that on Friday, and 3 or 3:30 on Saturday.
You think a good coach would do some different scheduling?
I told the
like
AD she should, but I mean, I want these girls to be tested. I want them to play good teams. I mean, I want us to make sure that we're going to win some of those, we're going to lose some of those, but I want us to be tested.
Let me ask you a question. We'll let you go because I know you got a lot to do as far as getting done here. Where you're at in the season. Are you happy with where you're at, and what do you need to do to get ready to win a regional?
I'd give us about a B-, C+ right now. It's just, and a lot of it is just going to take time because it's some basketball savvy or IQ, you'd say. Like we're sprinting down the court with the ball up 19 with 3 minutes to go.
Exactly.
I took a timeout. Then that's when I took that timeout. I'm like, what do we do? I mean, and so finally they realize, oh yeah, and we talk about every day ripping through and trying to get the ball to when they're playing on the high side of the post to throw it, to dribble towards the corner and throw it there. We throw the ball the second last possession. The girl's on the high side. We throw it. She knocks it out. But if we take 2 dribbles down, it's like, you know what moments that they realize, I need to do those. But and I told them we can't take timeouts every time to explain these things. So those are the things that we've got to get better. And I'm hoping more game repetitions are going to do that.
And that'll happen as the year goes on. And the other thing is you're only 8. So those back-to-back games are really good. You got to look at those girls on the bench and say, hey, you're going to have to give me 3 or 4 minutes or 5 minutes. And you sort of ran into a little bit of foul trouble there tonight, and that hasn't really been an issue.
No,
and that's the other thing, because some of them were really unnecessary fouls.
Yeah, I mean, Miley got 2 fouls in the first half, and they were not smart fouls, and that's why I told her in the third quarter when she came out with her third foul. I said, well, what really stinks is those 2 fouls you had in the first half because that should be your first foul of the game.
Yeah, and the one was right after a turnover. Yes. She got a little frustrated and fouled the girl on the layup. So you got to be happy with where you're at. And I always use that philosophy: you're happy, but are you satisfied?
Yeah,
no. A lot of things you still have to work on to make yourself a tournament team.
Yep. So.
And other than that, congratulations. We'll be back here tomorrow night. I'm supposed to be retired, and I feel like I'm doing full time.
You guys are doing a great job. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you.
And, of course, that's Coach Dance. And Coach's comments brought to you by, of course, QHS Auto, Faith Family, and Giving Back. We'll be back after this message.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And back to Quincy High. And, of course, QHS, we thank them for the coach's comments. As I was looking there, I was actually looking, sorry about that, Coach. I brought you down as you were yelling to John Oliver out there. Anthony's brother. So he gets a mention because Anthony gets enough mentions. He's always out there. And, of course, he was a Devil, by the way.
Yes, he was.
So, well, I'll tell you what, good job. I mean, really, we hit it right there. The last three quarters, and if you look, as Coach said, Bombers had one bucket in the second quarter, a 3 in the third quarter, and 2 buckets in the fourth quarter. That's given 4 baskets.
That's impressive.
In 3 quarters.
Yes.
And you gave up in the first quarter 6 buckets, including 3 trays.
I'm just looking at player of the game. I haven't really thought about it.
That's where I was going to come your way here in a second.
I always think of defense, and we did well defensively. And like we said last night, it's not always the person that scores the most points. It's the person that you've watched that has made an impact on the game that could turn them. You know what? I'm going to go with Chloe. One, for the simple fact that I think she did well defensively. She had some good assists. I think she's a spark plug that they needed in a game that the first quarter they did not play well. And I think she sort of, I don't want to say she took charge of the game, but I think she calmed some things down and made things a little bit simpler for them, which led to the nice runs that they had.
And she did. She got rebounds tonight. She got the assist, like you mentioned. A lot of deflections, block shots. There was 2 or 3 in a row, including from 2 hands on the one. And she knew when to block and when to go up straight.
Exactly.
So pretty mature as a freshman. And Brown and Longcore did the same thing the first year, but it took them a little longer to get to this point. But that's pretty good when you got a youthful team that's getting on it early and hitting on all cylinders. Boy, it just has so much potential for the future.
Yes, it does.
We'll go ahead and take a timeout, and it'll be for the Freiburg Insurance Agency, who is our player of the game, and that, of course, is Chloe Nicholson. She did have 8 points in the game. We'll be back to wrap up the Hardy's postgame show after this.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils.
Back at Quincy High Gymnasium here. Jeff Wellman, Matt Longo. We have in the Hardy's postgame show, we heard from Coach. We picked our player of the game. So let me break down the scoring first of all. We did get through Macomb before Coach got up here. I am missing 2 points in the third quarter. Coach will get me the book, but it won't be in time. It's right on the running score. It's right in the book everywhere except the 2 points never made it into a line to somebody. So, and it's a 2-point basket. So, unofficially for the Blue Devils, Jada Brown had 14 points. Miley Loncourt had 12, and I don't think it was Miley because she shot everything from behind the arc tonight. We had 9 points out of Madeline Hamby. All 3 of hers were trays. So between Hamby and Loncourt, all their points were from threes, 7 threes.
Right.
And they were lighting them up there. That's 9 points there. 8 points out of Chloe Nicholson. 2 points from Mia Elifritz. 2 points from Cameron Byquist. And a single one for Kate Medemeyer. And that was it. The only girl that was sitting over there was Layla Gay, and she'll have a chance to get up there and play.
I think Medemeyer made a basket. How many points she have?
She has 1 free throw.
I think she made it by. Well,
I thought so too. So it could be Kate's, and so if that's the case, we will make an adjustment on that and give her that point. So anyway, good job for the Blue Devils tonight. They improved to 5-2, and now it's refocus and turn around to 2 conference games in 3 days, and they're pretty tough.
I look forward to seeing Galesburg play, watching our girls compete against probably one of the better teams in the conference.
Indeed. Well, and that's the ones who were battling out there. Last year they were in that hunt too. Alaman's in that hunt as well. I mentioned Rock Island since we beat them and they lost their first 2 games of the year. They've won 6 straight. So they don't look too bad as well. And a couple teams are down, but as a whole, and we already saw Sterling working with all the guards on the outside and the big girl inside. And that, by the way, we found that out afterwards. The big girl for Sterling, her brother was the football player for them last year, Austin, who went to West Virginia. Was a good. In fact, the last game we played him, I think between Claver and him, it was Claver 26 points. He had 25 points, and one other guy had 11 points. Only 3 guys scored, and of course they beat us up there. But another fun night here, Coach, and so we'll turn around, get a little sleep tonight. And of course, you got that long trip over to your house over there on 30th Street.
It's a walk.
Waiting for a snowman to join Santa Claus. I almost brought you a 3.5-footer today. I know you wanted a 10-footer, but I think we'll hold off because I didn't want to get Amy mad at me out there. So, but we're so glad your fans were out here tonight to join us. Coach Longo again, glad you were with us. We'll see you again tomorrow night.
I'll be here.
Last thoughts on the game?
I love what they're doing. I didn't like the first quarter, but Coach Dance at least admitted, we were horrible, and they were. They did not play very good, but they rebounded. That's the most important thing. So
there you go. Chad Struck's telling us to get out of here.
Yeah,
John Oliver's over here as well.
They're all ready to go.
We will do that. Hopefully we leave our stuff here too. Here from Quincy High tonight, the Blue Devils beat the Bombers of Macomb 50-30. Excellent game out there, and of course you've been listening to Blue Devil basketball and watching it right here on Mecca Sports Co.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.